Hello everyone, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and today we're going to do a little testing against dot effects like burn, maybe even some bleed if we can, using characters that have damage immunity and characters that have hyper armor. You know, one difference between hyper armor and damage immunity is that hyper armor actually offers super armor and damage immunity all in one skill. One difference between these guys is hyper armor can actually, whenever a character does a special skill, you can actually take damage. Whereas with damage immunity, just regular damage immunity, you won't take damage during a special skill. So let me see if I can find like a character like Terry here. Terry's second skill here becomes immune to damage for 3 seconds. This skill, if you hit this thing before a character uses a special skill, you won't take any damage. However, your skills will get interrupted, you'll get thrown around all over the place, but you won't be taking any damage during that 3 seconds. My question is, how do dot effects affect these things? You know, the questions I have are, if you hit your hyper armor or damage immunity, does it prevent bleed? Does it prevent burn? And that's the questions we want to answer. And if it does prevent it, does it only prevent it from for just the duration of the immunity? Does it just stop it immediately and then the bleed just stops completely afterwards? So let's find out. So we're going to go and say MV Mary because she deals... No, wrong one. That's way too easy. We need to go to the end. We're going to go against her because she deals bleed. And we're going to use Mukai here. Mukai doesn't have any kind of heal in his kit. We're not using any card sets, nothing like that. So let's do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to Mukai and I'm going to let Shizuru shoot me with that burn. Or MV Mary shoot me with that burn. Here we go. First we got to avoid all this stuff. And I want you to look at my life before I take any burn damage. Okay, so we're going to hit the immunity. Okay. So it looks like we didn't take any damage until after the hyper armor finished. So we didn't take any damage during the hyper armor, but once that 3 seconds finished, the burn damage just kept dealing burn afterwards. And you can imagine it's going to be the same thing when you're facing your characters. Now what I want to test is, I'm going to let her shoot me first, let her apply some burn, then I'm going to hit the hyper armor and see if it just stops it. So she's going to shoot me. You see me burning? I'm going to hit it. And yeah, it stopped it. You don't see me taking any life until after the hyper armor finished. So cool. Alright, let's do another test then. So far the hyper armor, when you hit the hyper armor, you will not take any dot damage. But once that 3 seconds is finished, the dot damage will keep doing damage to you. So let's switch to someone that just has immunity. Geese here. Geesey boy. He just has immunity on his... Whoops. God dang, I didn't even click on that. Geese just has immunity on his second skill. No hyper armor. He does have super armor, but they're two separate things. The super armor actually comes from his core effect, whereas his immunity is just from his second skill. So we're going to jump in here, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to hit our immunity first, and then she'll shoot us with that fire damage, and we'll see if we take any damage. So switch to Geese here. Okay, well first we'll try to avoid all this. Okay, now. Okay. So it looks like we started taking damage after it was applied. So just like the hyper armor, we started taking damage after the 3 seconds of immunity finished. Okay, so next time we're going to let her shoot us and then hit our immunity and see if it stops the burn damage. So we're going to avoid all this first. Try not to take any damage here. Okay, so now she needs to shoot us. Okay. Boom, we're taking bleed. Hit the immunity and it stopped. Yep, it stopped for that 3 seconds. You can see it clearly that it stopped. Alright, so hyper armor and immunity are acting the exact same way. So let's get out here and let's do another little test if we can. Now this might prove to be a little bit more difficult because we're actually going to take on some opponents, but we'll try. So we're going to go into infinite battle here. And let's see here. Okay, so we're going to use Mukai. Great. And we need a team that has some burn, bleed. There we go, right there. Little practice here. Pick Mukai. So, okay, Ash is first. We're just going to kill Ash because he's kind of a pain. He likes to do a lot of his normal attacks. He doesn't like to do burn attacks for some reason. I mean, he has flame damage, but it seems like he always wants to do his normal. So I'm just going to take him. Well, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. See, he's just doing his normal attacks. Come on. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, we're not taking any burn, okay. Well. Okay. Okay. Well, we gotta wait a minute, man. This is why it's kind of hard to do this. I don't even have a card set on Mukai. Here. Let's try it again. I knew I should have just taken out him. Now let me do something real quick. Let me put a card set on this guy. There we go. That way we can just take these opponents out if we have to. There we go. Now let's do that again. And if Ash gets in there first, we'll just take him out. Yeah, he's first. Okay, so we're just going to take him out. Orochi, he'll use his first skill, and Hamaru likes to use his third skill, so there's some bleed and poison there. Or not poison, but burn and bleed. Okay, so I'm just going to take out this guy.
Ready, go.
You little prick. There we go. Get out of there. Okay. I love Ash, but he's a bit of an annoyance here. Okay, so now Hamaru, he tends to use his third skill, which has a lot of bleed. So we're going to let him smack us. Come on. Use your third skill, Pecker. Okay, there's the bleed. Okay, okay. Now we're going to hit the hyper armor. And let me wait to let the hyper armor. Okay, now let's let him hit us. Ah, he killed us, man. This is why this is really hard to do it this way, and that's why it's better to do it in the against Mary, because it's hard to do it like this, man. Because they'll just kill you when you're sitting there poking around, goofing off. Okay, let's try it again. No, no, no. Practice, practice. I really want to go against Orochi. He's a lot better for this. Harama's third skill is vicious, man. That thing is just way too strong. Come on, here we go. Come on, you little pecker. Here we go. Come on. Okay, Hamaru, we're going to take him out real quick. Here we go. Okay, so now we're going to have Orochi. This ought to be a little bit better because he does that. He'll do that first skill, hopefully. Okay. Come on, do your stupid first skill. Okay, yeah, there he goes. It stopped the burn. And then once the hyper armor finished, then we still were taking damage from the burn. So exactly like what it was against Envy Mary. Alright, cool, 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 cool. Alright. Alright, let's do this again. And this time... Well, I guess we can't. Alright. We need a character with immunity. There we go. Doesn't matter. Okay, Terry. Let's throw this on him real quick. Now, let's do the same thing with him. And I think we'll try to go against... God dang, I do that all the time. I'm so used to hitting start battle.
9, 8, 7.
Okay, Hammer's first, so we want to take him out real quick.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Here we go.
Round 1. Ready, go.
See you later, punk. That's Terry for you.
You win. Good luck.
Okay, so now I want to let Orochi burn us. Come on, burn me. Burn me. Burn me. Burn me. Yeah. Now you see the burn? And we are not taking any more burn. Now we are because the immunity finished. Okay. Here, let's let him burn us again. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Come on, burn me. Burn me. Burn me. Come on. There we go, and we're getting burned. And we're not getting burned anymore. Hell yeah. See you later, punk. So there you have it. It seems like Hyper Armor and Damage Immunity both will stop a dot effect once you kick them in gear. But once the 3 seconds wears off, then you'll start taking damage from the dot effect. So it just delays it for that 3 seconds is really all it's doing. But it's good to know that both of them do it, which is pretty cool. And of course, the other difference is Hyper Armor you'll take damage whenever someone's doing a special against you. And if you all want to see that, I can show that as well. And with Damage Immunity, you won't take damage when someone's doing a special against you. So hopefully this sheds some light on Hyper Armor and Damage Immunity. And let me know if any of you would like to see something else. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.